All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechakurash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all who like to Akim, Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all have seen this little situation that happened out there in Vegas, right? Where them dudes was road raging, right? That white boy and that Mexican cat. And in the instance of road rage, the white boy take a shot at the back of Mexico's car and kills his son, blows the back of his head out, presumably, right? Y'all, this is the world we living in, y'all. It's getting hot in the kitchen of Babylon, in the seething pot. People are getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And there's two things that, I mainly want to pull out of this video. Number one, hey, Esau Edom, y'all, he's able to do things like this, and this dude shot and killed a kid. He didn't get beat up. He didn't get tased out. He didn't get batoned, right? He was allowed to be patiently and calmly walked and talked to. Had that have been your black ass, they'd have killed you upon arrival. Number two, Northern Kingdom is a coon. This dude just killed your son, and let's see what his reaction is. And obviously, y'all, it's always easier to talk from the outside looking in, right? It's always easier to talk when you're not in the situation. You never know how you're going to react when inside of whatever said situation. With that said, I would like to believe that in a situation like this, talking is out the window. It's only time for Action Jackson. But we know that you Northern Kingdoms, you heavily have a big spirit of coonery on you. You love the so-called white man. And every day he's been proving to you that he hates your fucking guts. Especially recently with this ICE escapade. He's been showing you that he hates you. And y'all still love him. So let's go.
This is an 8 News Now breaking news alert.
And that breaking news right here at 4 o'clock. Metro releasing that body cam video from that deadly road rage shooting last week that left an 11-year-old boy dead. Good afternoon to you. I'm David Charnes.
I'm Kirsten Joyce. We're seeing these videos after 8 News Now requested them from Metro. 8 News Now reporter Joshua Piguero going through them. And Joshua, what do they show?
Yeah, David, Kirsten, they show a stepfather grieving the loss of his son, Brandon Dominguez, who was killed last Friday morning on his way to school. You're about to see video from the first police officers who arrived on scene. And what
do they show?
Yeah, David, Kirsten, they show a stepfather grieving the loss of his son, Brandon Dominguez, who was...
It sounds like he said stepfather.
Killed last Friday morning on his way to school. You're about to see video from the first police officers who arrived on scene. And just a warning, some viewers may find this video disturbing. Chilling words from Valente Ayala to a Metro police officer. They're on the 215 near the Gibson and Stephanie exit. Tyler Johns is turning himself around.
Why? I shot at him, bro. I didn't know. Shot at him? I didn't know.
Johns is arrested as Ayala is distraught over the loss. Henderson police say Johns and Ayala were merging from the I-11 to the 215 Beltway when they began jockeying with one another. At one point, police say Ayala got out in front of Johns, and that's when Johns sped up and shot at the back window. Dominguez was sitting in the back seat.
Yeah, no, it's 100% my fault. I shot at him, dude. I didn't even know he had a kid in the car.
You see Ayala laying out on the side of the 215 crying over the loss of his son.
Notify supervisors and stuff. I'm so sorry. Do you have your ID? Okay.
And do you have your ID? Here it is, somebody just got their head blow out, and here come the white man, still got to come at you like a stickler, man. These people are so inhumane and impersonal. It's crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, your son got the back of his head blown out. I do need your ID, though. Can a nigga get 10 seconds to mourn? Apparently not.
Police shut down this stretch of the 215 as they investigated what happened. A witness describing the moments before the shooting.
Between these two, it started like I saw it way back at Gibson.
Okay.
And they were just doing all over, in and out, passing each other in the emergency lane.
Hey, and so, hey, of course, obviously, it's judgment, right? The Heavenly Father, we know that in Job, right? Nobody dies being innocent. Hey, that father, hey, he played a role in that too. You know, you wanted to play NASCAR with a nigga in the street, and both of y'all got each other so worked up, and now somebody's dead. You know, hey, brothers and sisters, you know, real talk out here on your daily. You know, hey, let these people have it. You know, meaning what? If you find yourself in an engagement or some sort of contention, just take the lower road, right? Eat the humble pie, because we have greater things to do. We don't have time to be playing GTA with folk, blowing each other away, doing high-speed chases. So first and foremost, this was judgment from on high, all right? And looking at the rest of it, we know that, hey, this is how Esau gets down. This is your enemy. And he reminds you every day, every step of the way that he can, that you are the enemy. Oh, I didn't know there was a kid in there. It didn't matter. So we just shoot at folk now while we're driving? That's just what we do? I guess so. I guess that's what we do. I guess him saying that, if he knew there was a kid in there, I guess he might not have shot. You know, he assumed it was just a singular Mexican on his own. Yeah, he wanted to blow his brains out. And he inadvertently blew another Mexican's brain out. You know, Northern Kingdom, right? Issachar. They don't know that Issachar, so that's why I just call him a Mexican. Northern Kingdom, you over here in America, you thought shit was sweet, and it's not fucking sweet. You thought shit was sweet, and it's not fucking sweet. And your enemy just reminded you. Hosea, let me get this Hosea. Because you got a lot of Northern Kingdom. Y'all still don't get it yet neither. He gunning for you too. I'm about to just piece them two videos together. But I'm going to start with this Hosea 9 and 13. Northern Kingdom, you've forgotten that you're in the land of your enemy. Right? You've been so busy cooning and kissing these people's ass that whenever they do something to remind you that they're a demon, you get surprised, and you shouldn't be. Hosea 9 and 13, it says, Ephraim, as I saw Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place, but Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. This is dealing with the tribe of Ephraim, literally especially, right? So-called Puerto Ricans. Although in general you can apply it to Northern Kingdom, right? They come over here to North America, leaving their lands behind, coming here for a hope at, opportunity of a better life, so-called life and education, all that good shit. And you don't realize that you come up here and align yourself and put yourself in close proximity to your mortal enemy, Esau Edom. He's a murderer, has no problem taking your life, has no qualms about ending you and yours. And we're seeing that, this little clip. The way that them two dudes is calm is like bothersome, if you will, right? Northern Kingdom, he tripping out, right? He just lost his son, whatever. But them two Edomites, they just having a casual ass conversation, like didn't nobody just blow the back of nobody's brains out. Why? Because they don't give a fuck about you. They don't really see you as human. You ain't caught on to that yet? You're just a beaner. Now, had that been little Timmy got the back of his shit blown out, they'd have been all over the place. But what? We're two different kinds of people. So, of course, they don't care when they murk one of yours. So, in all actuality, there shouldn't be any surprise keeping it a whole buck.
You're killing your kid?
Officer,
he's dead?
Yeah, look.
Why?
I shot at him, bro. I didn't know.
You shot at him?
I didn't know. In the back. And I
medical. Somewhere you know. Hang on. So I don't know what's going on. People are saying somebody shot. One girl wants to arrest him.
Road raging. He came up around the side, like on the merge. Where what's the one that takes you northbound, eastbound over there?
Where's he going at right now?
It's in the car on the passenger side. It's on the
Come
floor.
over here. Have a seat here. I gotta figure everything out.
Yeah, no, it's 100% my fault. I shot at him, dude. I didn't even know he had a kid in the car.
Now, if that was somebody brown or a little bit darker, he'd have been getting punched, pistol whipped, beat, all that good stuff. But if it's one of his own, so, you know, he's showing his fellow white soldier, you know, love and compassion, tenderness, right? Which is what all people do. So what does this go to show you, Jake? This is not your fucking rest. They have no problems killing you. They don't show you any love or mercy. They show each other, they show one another love and mercy and care and delicateness. But they're never gonna show that, right? Here it is, you know, you can pull up all kinds of, hold up, bro. We go back to YouTube. What's popping right now? Right here. I just typed in ICE beat up. So look, it says a worker arrested by ICE says agents beat him in a cemetery.
A construction worker who was arrested last week by the feds in Massachusetts is now alleging he was assaulted when he was taken into custody. Alejandro Reyes says he was taken into custody by those ICE agents despite him telling them that he is a legal resident of the U.S. He says those agents took him to a cemetery nearby and they beat him up. Reyes was taken to a detention center where he had a chance to meet with an...
So they taking you boys to graveyards and whooping your fucking ass. And you still love these people. You still love this land. But that was a prophecy for, I'm not specifically dealing with Issachar, right? I'll go to that here in a second. You motherfuckers love the oppressor. You love Zaddy, and he's just whooping your ass every step of the fucking way, showing you no mercy, showing you no love. At what point are you going to return to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? You know what I'm saying? At what point are you going to realize that this is not your rest? These people do not have your best intentions at heart. They don't care about you. You're the slave class. You came here, you built up the country, they got what they needed from you, and now it's, you know, they ready to push you off and get rid of you. You never had a fair shot here. You never had a fair and square opportunity. This was all a means to an ends. You, Jake, got comfortable here. And now they shooting you upside your head. And what you just gonna do? Cry? Nigga, you supposed to go down fighting with your son. Shit. You supposed to, all three of y'all was supposed to end up in the spiritual realm that day. But you crying. But if that was a nigga who did it, you'd have been trying to stab him out, Issy. You'd have called up the NKs, the nigga killers, and would have been trying to put them down. All right, Genesis 49, I'm gonna start at 14. It says, Issachar is a strong ass couching between two burdens. This is specifically dealing with the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans today, right? They've set up, when they came over here to the Americas, we know that Northern Kingdom came here in the 700 BCs, around roughly about, right, 200 some years before Southern Kingdom got kicked out of, we got taken down by Nebuchadnezzar, right? You can read about it in Second Esdras. Northern Kingdom took passage through the Euphrates, came to the fourth part of the world, right? Arstareth. Issachar in particular set up in what's today known as Mexico, between North and South America, right? The two burdens. It says, and he saw that rest was good and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. So Northern Kingdom has made themselves servants in this land. Unto who? Esau, Edom, the enemy. And do you get any love? Do you get any admiration? No, you get treated like shit. They call you bad names. They make fun of you. They abuse you and misuse you. Yet you still love the enemy. You still show them utmost respect and honor, right? You still mehrar la raza, meaning what? Fix the race. You tell your daughters to get with a white man, right? You had the sons, you know, you better not come home with anything darker than you, right? Meanwhile, these people show you every motherfucking step of the way. They hate your guts, and you still love them, and you still serve them. So now what? You know, now your son has a hole in his head, and that's as real as it gets. Issy had to learn the hard way, I guess. All right, Salaki, lost my train of thought, but you know, Northern Kingdom, they're showing you every single step of the way. They're not your friend; they're your enemy. Things are only getting hotter and tighter and increasing in this country, in the land of our captivities, y'all. It was prophesied that these things were going to go down and happen. It wasn't going to stop. It wasn't going to get better. They're not just going to wake up and show you justice and peace and kindness. That's not in them. They're men of war. They're demons. They're not. They don't show up to play, right? And Esau's blessing. It didn't say he was going to live through democracy and fairness and equality. It said he's going to live through what? Genesis 27 and 40. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Esau, Edom, is prophesied to live by the sword. He has a vendetta against his brother Jacob, right? They want to wipe us out. And so any opportunity they have, they will take it. And it's resulted in that boy's, either his son or stepson, getting his life lost. Either way, that Edomite was trying to kill somebody, right? And he can just casually downplay it because it's in their nature on any given Tuesday to just want to blow somebody's head off for the most minor of inconvenience. Verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. This is the spirit they simply have on them, y'all. They're killers. They're murderers. In Northern Kingdom, you've gotten too comfortable here. And they're going to remind, they already have. They are right now. But I guess some of you still need a wake-up call. You're going to be reminded who your enemy is. Show no mercy to the old or young. They have no problem killing. All right, and as was prophesied, y'all, hey, our life is constantly up for grabs. At any point in time, come pull your plug. Let me get this one here out of Deuteronomy 25. It was prophesied, y'all, in these places where we were scattered, that for our disobedience, the Heavenly Father would allow for these heathen to just rip us apart. From old to young, it don't matter. They don't care. They do not care. And the quicker, you and Jake realize that, you might be better off. All right, Deuteronomy 32 and 24. It says, they shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of the beast upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust. The sword without and terror within shall destroy the young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. I said I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. So we've been so, man, y'all, hey, we pissed the Heavenly Father off real bad. He let these heathen get up over us and put us in a position to where at any point in time, our life is for a prey. So hopping out and arguing with folk right now ain't the smartest move, considering we're the underclass and they're able to justify killing us at any point in time, at the drop of a dime. Doesn't matter what you did, doesn't matter what they did. They have full green light to kill you in their own law and from the Heavenly Father right now. The heathen are set up over us. So, hey, Jay got to move smarter, all right? Let me give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakorash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Akim Wa Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.